And good evening. Summer again, cycling, and this year it's EuroVelo 1. Now, EuroVelo 1 is a very, very long route. It goes from the north of Scandinavia through Scotland and then on down through Ireland and back to Wales and down to the southwest of England, where I joined it at Plymouth. Took the train from Birmingham to Plymouth, 3.5 hours, and arrived in Plymouth in the rain. Plymouth is not a pleasant place, let me tell you. It's pretty grim. I'm going to get that light out of the way. It seems to be shining a bit brightly. Hopefully I've got a halo now. Anyway, Plymouth is not a great place, especially in the rain. Not sure it's going to be any good in the summer, in the sun either. I think it got bombed during the war an awful lot, so a huge amount of it is 1960s, 1970s concrete. I wouldn't recommend it. And there's all sorts of beefy guys around the place with short hair. I think they're probably Marines. Wouldn't mess with them. So got the ferry over from Plymouth to Roscoff in Brittany. Had a nice little sleep on the ferry in a cabin, and breakfast, and then off. And it was raining in Roscoff as well, but that quickly resolved itself, and the day became reasonably pleasant, to be honest with you. So I've done about 85 miles today, and most of it, 90% of it in fact, was on canal towpaths. There's a canal goes from Brest to Nantes, and I eventually joined up with that. And French canals are much more majestic and huge and than the English ones, the British ones, which are pretty tame by comparison, to be honest with you. So this one goes all the way to Nantes, and I was on the canal towpath for that, for some of it, and then some other bits of it I was on old railway lines. The French tend to make their old railway lines into route verte, or if you really want to emphasise it, route verte. And I said it like that to a friend recently, and she said, "Oh, sounds like something my dog splutters before it's going to be sick." Anyhow, route verte are great. They make use of old railway lines. Maybe we could have done that with some of the old beaching railway lines that we cut. And 90% of the route today, some 75 miles of it, was on these canal towpaths and on the route verte, which is great. Very safe, nice riding, without too many great inclines. Although, I have to say to you, you think when you're on a train that it's kind of on a level all the time. They obviously have to go up hills, but they do so at very gentle gradients, only about 2 or 3% apparently. Well, let me tell you, when you're riding 10-15 miles up a 2 or 3% gradient, it's bloody knackering. Coming down the other side is fantastic, however. So, all of that, and I arrived this evening in a place called Mer de Bretagne, which is on a lake, about 85 miles from Roscoff. So, hard day's cycling. In my youth, I would have done 120 miles. However, I'm 63, and I think 80 odd is good enough, and I'm tired. It's only about 9:45 here, and I'm ready for my bed. I had a couple of glasses of wine, well, maybe more than a couple, and a couple of cigars, and washed myself, and had something to eat, and I'm ready for my bed. Age takes its toll, I'm afraid. So, tomorrow we'll be on to... Where am I going tomorrow? A place called Redon. Again, it's on the canal, the Brest to Nantes canal, and so it'll be nice riding, I think. But it's, again, probably about 80 odd miles, so a fairly long old ride for me. And I'm staying tonight in, I think it's a bit of a kind of holiday resort. It's called a Vacancial, and it has the look of a bit of a kind of a Soviet era thing, although slightly classy. But dinner was at a certain time, and there was a set menu, and there were games going on, over there. Every time that automatic door opens, you might be able to hear the squeals of pleasure of the punters, and in the background I can hear, I don't know if you heard it earlier on, I can hear owls. So we're right in the countryside here, in a little holiday resort. So off tomorrow, and if you're interested, follow me. If you're not interested, well, why should you be interested, really? I mean, you know, a bald, kind of podgy, 60-odd-year-old on his bicycle telling you all about it. Not very interesting, really, is it? Anyhow, it keeps me happy for a couple of weeks now. I'm going to go on to Bordeaux, and I'll stop for a couple of nights, 2-3 nights, meet some friends there, stay in a nice hotel. They're staying in a posh hotel, they wouldn't stay anywhere else, I assure you, so I've got to stay there as well. And then I'll go on from there, and I'll get on down to the Pyrenees, going all along the Atlantic coast, French Atlantic coast, past Biarritz, etc. Get to the Pyrenees, cross over the Pyrenees. I'm hoping there's a nice little cutting through by the side of the coast, and then I'll move myself on rightwards towards Bilbao, and have a couple of days of Bilbao, and then I'm going to fly back from Bilbao with all of the hassle of having to get the bike packed up to go onto the aeroplane. So that's the plan. I'll probably vlog, because this is a vlog, not a blog, it's a video log, in the next few days as well. If you want to follow, have a look. If not, press the delete button. Bye.